Welcome to my channel. Happy New Month, happy Valentine of the month of love, yay! So I want to say a very big thank you to the comments and the likes and subscribers that I had the last time. It was so amazing. I could not really express my joy. Some people even came to visit privately, like I subscribed and I liked your video comment and detail. And I'm saying thank you right now. I hope you guys hear this. So quickly, let's talk about today. Today I'm going to be talking about a special delicacy, it's pepper soup. It's a special African delicacy that most times, well, not just pepper soup, almost all African dishes are often neglected because of the infusion of these modern foods that we have. Now, pepper soup is it's a special delicacy in Nigeria, but most people just take it for taking sake. So we misuse the benefits of it, and I think it's majorly eaten by the Edus. But right now, I think almost the Hausas, the Yorubas, and the Igbos, funny enough, are eating everything. Like they are eating pepper soup, and that's really nice because we barely infuse our dishes like that. That it happens just once in a while. So I'm really impressed. Now, pepper soup is one African dish that nobody can say does not have a health benefit. In short, in Nigeria here, when a woman just gives birth, like okay, maybe my mom, my family, when they just give birth, they first give them pepper soup. Most of the time, they give them pepper soup once they just give birth. I never knew why, but as I grew and attending school to see the nutrition world and all that, I found out that nutrition in its own way has its own health benefits. Now, it's not just the pepper that is inside the pepper soup because most people will be thinking that it's just the pepper, but it has lots of wonderful spices that are actually very, very beneficial to the body. Now, pepper soup on its own, as in the soup itself, contains healthy spices. It contains various vitamins like vitamin A, C, E, K. It contains the riboflavin. It contains niacin and various other nutrients. Now, aside from that, pepper soup has been doing wonders. So, I think 2 weeks ago, I shared something on my social media handle, the health benefits of pepper soup, which I'm just going to say again today, that it increases appetite, it helps lose weight, and then High Shea was asking me about how pepper soup will help you gain weight and then it will help you lose like it increases your appetite and at the same time it makes you lose weight. How is that possible? So for most children that take pepper soup, they don't take pepper soup because of the fact that it's pepper soup. They take it because of maybe the aroma, especially children that don't like eating. They take it because of the aroma. They take it because of the meat that is usually inside. So most times when they say they want pepper soup, they don't really want it in them. They just want pepper soup because of the aroma and they want it because of the meat. Then for the losing of weight, it contains pepper and you know that pepper helps burn excess fat. So yes, it's very good to if you want to reduce your weight because it helps you burn excess fat by making you sweat when you take when you take pepper soup and food in Nigeria. You hear some people or they make funny sounds whenever they are taking it, but it's very very nice. So that's like two health benefits. And aside from that, it is antibacterial. It helps you fight the bacteria in your body, making you extra healthy. It is very good for the respiratory system. Yeah, very, very, very good for the respiratory system. How? It helps fight cough and cold. You know, it has pepper in it, so it's really good. It clears your respiratory organs. And then aside from that, it helps maintain a healthy and beautiful skin. So if you want a smooth glowing skin, just take pepper soup. Yeah. So how is pepper soup prepared for my fellow people who are not Nigerians? It's very easy. In Nigeria, they actually make something they call pepper soup spice. So they've already grinded it and kept it inside a small ladder, not just buy and use and everything. But it has some small spices that once you go to the market in Nigerian market, just say you want to buy pepper soup spices, they give you. It's either they give you the one that have been grinded together, or they give you the pepper soup spices one after the other in Edo. I know the names in Edo, so I'm not just going to share it. Just go to the market and tell them what to buy pepper soup spice, and then you get that. So cooking, how do you make it? Just boil water, you add your pepper soup spice, you put crayfish, you put your fresh pepper or your groundnut pepper. And once the water is boiling, you can add they call it simply in those states. And then in Yoruba, they call it Efiri. I don't know what they call it in the Igbo language or the Hausa language. You guys have to bear with me. I have tried at least I mentioned it in a few languages. So after that, you just put your scent leaf, and after putting your scent leaf, you can put, if you want to put fish, if you want to put meat, if you want to put whatever inside it, you put it in it and you let it boil, and after it's boiled and your meat is cooked, your pepper soup is ready. It's as easy as that. Like, it's so sweet. It's not just easy to prepare. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it alone as as a food that you eat before your meal. You can take it before your meal as an appetizer, or you can eat it with your rice as a main course. I learned that in Benin, and some people take it with a core, yes, and various other people like that. So aside from that, uh, to the major question of the day, it's so when I posted that picture last 2 weeks, it's a storyline. I'm just gonna make it like a storyline. So when I posted that picture last 2 weeks, my friend Turing Consult, yeah, hi, Tope. She's a very fantastic dietitian, registered dietitian to be precise. So if you have any nutrition consultation questions, you should go to her. She's your go-to person. Now, when I posted it the first time, so we were talking about the fact that pepper soup is very good. It helps fight cancer and various other diseases, and she had to meet me that it's not going to make sense if I say stuff like that because there are a lot of questions around it. So we started arguing, and then we came to a conclusion that it is not about the pepper soup itself or the nutrients inside it. Yes, it might be very good when you want to fight cancer, but the question is how do you, for lifestyle diseases, but the question is now how do you eat your pepper soup? Most of the time when we want to prepare pepper soup, we usually we usually eat it with, they call it good belle in Edo State. I'm sorry I use Edo State a lot, but I did my NYSC yesterday. I'm used to the way they talk. Then in Uma, they call it Inuero in Yoruba. I don't know what they call it in Igbo. I don't understand the language. Sorry. So the intestines, the offals, and all that is what most people use when they are making their pepper soup, and it has little to no nutrients. Now, when we are saying how do you take your pepper soup and you want to take something that is very healthy, we mostly would advise you that when you want to take your take it, you take make your pepper soup. You use um, the main beef pepper soup, any of the three. And if you know that you want that in Edo, they even made it extra healthy. They used to use unripe plantain to make their pepper soup and yam. You see, when you make varieties, like I said in my last post, it increases the number of nutrients that you get in your particular food. Now, the pepper soup, it's a soup, so it withdraws most of the nutrients from all these things they are putting inside, the spices, the leaf, and the yam, the plantain, the meat itself. Now, once you do that, you have increased the number of nutrients that are in your soup. Not just that, it helps it the the radicals in it, it helps fight the anti-radical content in it increases. So it does not only fight your necessary diseases, but it also helps your own itself prevents various lifestyle diseases. Not just when I say prevent, well, it helps prevent the increase of various kind of diseases. So that's my take for you guys. If you want to take pepper soup, take it, but when you're taking it, make sure it is extra healthy. So that's all I have for you people today. I'm going to make a blog post of this, and you'll be seeing it on the blog on Wednesday, because Monday we do the news content and all that. I'm very, very grateful that you guys actually spend time to listen to what I have to say. I hope you have a wonderful month, and please get your loved one a Valentine gifts. Especially someone like me that likes chocolate. Anyways, thank you very much for hanging around. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you are available for our show next week, Friday. I promise I will be available next week for the videos. Thank you guys so much. Have a lovely day. Bye.